The guns of the Ottoman Empire had barely fallen silent when a new power moved in: the British. In 1917, during the height of World War I, British forces led by General Edmund Allenby entered Jerusalem. But unlike conquerors of the past, Allenby dismounted his horse and walked through the Jaffa gate on foot, a symbolic act of humility meant to show respect for the sacred city. The Ottoman era had ended, and British rule under the British Mandate for Palestine had begun. But this new era was anything but peaceful. The British found themselves caught between two rising tides: Zionist aspirations for a Jewish homeland, and Arab resistance to foreign rule and Jewish immigration. The 1917 Balfour Declaration, in which Britain expressed support for a national home for the Jewish people, inflamed tensions. Jewish immigration increased dramatically, especially as persecution rose in Europe. By the 1930s, violence had become common. Riots, revolts, clashes between Jewish and Arab groups, as well as against British authorities, turned Jerusalem from a city of worship into a battleground of political identity. The 1936 to 1939 Arab Revolt marked a major uprising, showing the Arab population's deep anger and fear of being displaced. Then came the horror of World War II and the Holocaust, a tragedy that shook the world's conscience and deeply affected the Jewish people's collective identity. In its aftermath, Jewish efforts for statehood intensified. Britain, exhausted from war and unable to manage the spiraling crisis, handed the issue over to the newly formed United Nations. In 1947, the UN proposed a partition plan to divide Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem as an international city belonging to neither. The plan was accepted by Jewish leaders, but rejected by the Arab world. And so, in 1948, as the British withdrew, Israel declared its independence. War broke out immediately between the new Jewish state and surrounding Arab nations. During the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, West Jerusalem came under Israeli control, while East Jerusalem, including the Old City, was taken by Jordan. Jerusalem was now divided, a city torn in half by walls, barbed wire, and checkpoints. Families were split, holy sites became inaccessible, and both sides claimed the city as their eternal capital. The wounds ran deep, and while the war ended, the conflict never truly stopped. Part 9 marks a turning point. The ancient struggle had entered the modern world, now carried by diplomats and tanks. UN votes and street protests, ideals and propaganda. The sacred stones of Jerusalem now bore the weight of global politics, religious claims, and human longing. And yet the city stood, scarred, sacred, and still burning with the faith of billions. This is a historical story, YT bringing you epic, historically accurate storytelling. Like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to uncover Part 10, where we dive into the Six-Day War, unification, and the fragile hope for peace.